Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the sixth-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Arkansas's offense will get the first crack at it here. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw in the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
But the defense race will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat fast and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
The give to the back. Shakes off the tackler. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away.
QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down, he'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Daniels.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Here's the handoff. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Power football with the run. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This offense has a second down play. He'll keep it himself. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big...
Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then he lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he pulls it in at the 15. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Slams ahead. Snowed under by the defense.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality. They pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game, and got the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Was finished off with the quarterback sneak. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Green. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3-yard.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. We've played 1 before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter back. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Green. They get to him as he throws. Got a man in the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Razorbacks will punt this one away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Green. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And he breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a huge completion. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. A hand to the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Finds his target down the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Makes the grab. It's Davis. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, Got the sack now. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute the red zone.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country and getting the quarterback on the ground.
He got it. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Starkville. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the
rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw. It's Green. Buys a little time. And it's caught. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's looking to throw it. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to him. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a wing pig sound.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Green. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Sategna. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Just plowing down the field. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's a return from the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they take it in for 6 more points. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over the Astronauts. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge third down. They'll run play action. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Might as well stick with him. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
Lining up to add another. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Quarterback gets past the marker. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. To throw, it's Green. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll immediately call timeout. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Feeling some heat. Coming after it. Hit as he throws. Grab near the marker is Haas. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. It's good. A powerful kick. Never a doubt for the game. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.